Hey, look, a competent villain. But that'll last a long time. Yeah, well, it was the title back then because this was 2005. So you have to go investigate the elevator, like, well, guess I'm going to go back. Yeah, yes they were. It's me again, kid. You know, it makes me kind of happy to see you, since I've seen you so often. But the way you keep beating me, my credit's taking a beating, ah! So Master Greevil gave me this one last chance to redeem myself. But this is it. If I lose this one, there's no tomorrow. Here goes. Okay, so after we just battled Ardos, this guy's going to be a bit of a joke in comparison. But he's still no pushover. Alright, let's try to... Now, he uses the same strategy he used before, which is Protect Earthquake. I completely agree with you, they were. But hey, it was the era when internet memes started existing. Ooh, not a bad Pokemon. This team's actually pretty stacked, I'm not gonna lie. Ursaring's a decent monster, as is Aggron. Aggron has 2 quad weaknesses, which is unfortunate, but it's still pretty decent in its own right. Too bad special defense is terrible. Okay, Walrein. Another solid Pokemon. That didn't do as much as I thought it would. I'm not impressed. Yeah. Okay, so yes. He's... Compared to the last guy, this guy's a joke. Poliwrath is his next Pokemon. And it is a Shadow Pokemon. Behold! The first water fighting type. Seriously, did everyone forget about this thing? As you expect, high physical attack, decent special attack, decent bulk. Not the greatest Pokemon, but not the worst either. It's very solid. Mr. Mime is his next. It is Shadow as well. Here's the thing. Mr. Mime is actually a decent Pokemon. If you have no access to Alakazam in the Gen 1 games, Mr. Mime is actually highly recommended. No joke. It's also one of the better dual screeners as well. And it gained a regional variant and an evolution later on in the series. Switch to something with a bit more bulk. Since Jolteon's very much a glass cannon. And it did its job for me. Yes, I do. Because, Boomerang was one of my favorite channels when I was younger. Still kind of is, but it's a little harder to access than it used to be. Really? Why? Oh. You have a point. I'm not going to lie. Also, what's funny about Wacky Racers is that Dick Dastardly was the best racer, and he would win every race if he didn't stop and cheat. Oh god, you're right. At least Pit Stop was a little more likable personality-wise than Sable, but, you know. Alright. Well, that was practically free. Ah! We're doomed! Ah! That was the very last chance Master Greevil gave me. How could I keep losing to some kid over and over? If there were a tree, I'd climb it to get away from all this. Well, you act like Donkey Kong, so I guess it wouldn't be too out of the question. Alright, I need to go get some Ultra Balls. I'm just keeping the timer balls for, like, the last couple battles in the game. You'll understand why. Also, she doesn't get along very well with fans, and she didn't get along very well with other people, for that matter. So, the fact that her and Lesnar end up together makes perfect sense. Because of how similar both of them are. Of course, Brock's gotten better about working with fans. And then some fans know to just, if he doesn't want to be bothered, to leave him alone. Carry 50 Ultra Balls, that would be helpful. No, not Super Potions. Super Potions are kind of useless at this point. Pick those up. How many do I have of these? That should do. Okay. And let's go top off the timer ball count. Should have done this earlier when I... No, not Phoenix City. Come on, controller. I'll just buy 10 more. I don't think I need that many more of them. Okay. Put that over there. You know, considering I just took down Ordos and Gorigan, what makes you think you stand a chance? Touché. Couple of... Glalie not that great, but Ampharos is a decent Pokemon. I should know, I used one in the last game. Shameless plug activate. Breloom is next. Man, your team's actually not terrible. Your movesets are awful, though. Ouch. Dugtrios is next. And it is a shadow Pokemon. Pure ground type. Bad defenses. High speed, high attack. It's the name of the game with Dugtrio. But it naturally learns Earthquake, which is very good. There you go. I mean, it's the name of a move. That counts for something. Sorry, they never made a Typhoon move, though. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, well. Well, in the last game I played, there was a move called Stormfront, which did damage along with Setting Rain. Makes me wish that something like that actually existed. But, you know, fan game, you know how that goes. I mean, look at how, Pokemon and Power World are doing right now. Oh no. You want me to do a podcast? Huh. Okay, so I am going to take Snorlax in instead of my Primate because we may need to fall back on a wall. That also gives me an excuse to use my iPad for a different reason, because I can actually make notes. So, yeah, your Grandmaster plan there was to block me with a pane of glass, but, did you know there's a side door? Eldes, sir, Who allowed this child to penetrate our defenses so deeply? What is the meaning of this? The others can't be counted on at all. I am giving you the responsibility of dealing with this child. You finally managed to anger Master Greevil. I thought I would end up battling you one day, but this isn't how I hope to face you. If we battle, it will only be unfulfilling and without meaning. Will you challenge me knowing that? Yes. Fine. I understand. But once we begin, expect no mercy. That is my philosophy. Alright. Time for the younger and more talented between Greevil's two bodyguards. This guy, if you thought Ardos was hard, this guy is scarier. So he starts out with Ninjask and Manectric. Already there's a pretty decent combination here, because Ninjask is weak to electric, and Manectric has lightning rod potentially. Potentially, yes. This guy is actually no joke. Though. What do I want to do? Let's just go ahead and get started. Oh boy, this thing needs to go down. Ninjask is a Pokemon I always underestimate. I could believe that. Salamence, oh boy, is his next Pokemon. And yes, it is a Shadow Pokemon. I will not fault you if you knock this thing out. This thing is a beast. One of the two pseudo-legendaries of Gen 3. That thing is a monster. And this is what we have Snorlax for, to absorb some damage. Yeah. It's worth a shot. And that's why I say bring it with you. Because Snorlax might be able to save it. Boom. Okay, Manectric taken care of. Flygon is his next Pokemon. It isn't Shadow, unfortunately, but this thing is still dangerous. Come on, get the paralysis. Darn. Ah, that isn't good. All right. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Okay, might as well try on this thing. Up to this point, this is one of the scariest shadow Pokemon that you may end up facing. Yep, I didn't think that would work. Yeah, I wasn't joking when I said Snorlax is a beast. Marowak is his next Pokemon. And it is Shadow as well. Oh, tragic backstories. How I love thee. But, despite that, this thing is actually pretty good. It has good physical attack, knows Earthquake in the very beginning. It's holding the Thick Club, which means that its Earthquakes will do even more damage. So, yeah, that's... Marowak is very potent now. Took a few generations to get there, but here we are. Okay, good. That's out of the way. Lapras is his last one. And it is also Shadow. Yeah. He had 4 of some of the best Shadow Pokemon that I have seen at this point in the game. I told you this guy isn't joking or messing around. It's just a shame that Lapras comes this late in the game, because if we could have gotten it earlier, I would have loved to have used it. Ow, by the way. It was bound to happen eventually. I couldn't keep rolling hits on Snorlax forever. Ah. Okay, this thing definitely has thick fat. You know, these might actually be useful now. And they are. Good to know. Okay, this should work. For all intents and purposes. And it did. Good. We lost. Totally. You are powerful, much more than I had imagined. If you aim to stop our plan, then you should keep going. However, the Grandmaster's power is probably far greater than you can imagine. I doubt you will beat the man. Yeah. They are not messing around now. Okay. After that battle, I highly, highly recommend you go back here and at least find a place for the Salamence at least. If not, then try to get the Lapras as well, because they're going to be very helpful going forward. However, I want to get that item off of Snorlax. Because while it's time consuming, because we're going to have nothing but a bunch of Shadow Pokemon going forward, it might be a good idea to have the leftovers for Salamence. Salamence being tanky. Who would have ever seen that coming? Okay. Okay, I had an extra one. Interesting. I'll give that to, Walrein then. Okay, so... the next couple battles. Well, there's a couple optional ones I'm going to do because It wouldn't hurt to have a little extra experience. Probably. Yeah. I'm not sure how much use Primeape is going to be, so I think I might sub out Crobat for the Lapras. Just so I have an extra body, just in case things go south fast. And that's going to be all the time that we have. So until next time, Ryo Nakage 33 signing off.